Clayton Safety on the line from thewolverine.com. Catch him right there on Rivals. Playmakers on offense. Hassan Haskins is, of course, a tremendous back. He will lead the rushing duties there. Good word from camp concerning Donovan Edwards and what he can do as we look to the outside on the perimeter. Your thoughts about, Ronnie Bell's established. He's productive. We know what we have there, but guys that could possibly change a game. I know that they've recruited guys with those hopes, but do we have real hope that somebody or multiple players can be that kind of threat to the defense this season?
Yeah, I think that, Giles Jackson was a guy that people thought coming into last season was going to be that. He obviously didn't end up being that. He was banged up at times last season and then transferred to Washington this offseason. So you're looking for a guy to step up in that regard. You mentioned Ronnie Bell. I think he's more of that steady type of guy that you can go to, more of a safety blanket type of player. And certainly you need that. And he's going to probably lead the team in receiving for a third straight season, which is incredible considering he was a 2-star recruit and was more of a basketball type recruit coming out of high school. So, he's just been the epitome of a guy that you would want, and the mentality that he has and how much he's improved throughout his career. You're looking for that other guy to step up. Hassan Haskins is another guy that's like that, a steady, he can carry the load as a running back. He can come in, give you a change of pace depending on what direction you want to go. Blake Quorum, I would say, is probably a guy who can change a game. He, think he's going to make the next step as a running back. We saw flashes from him last season. He was faster than even I thought he was going to be coming out of high school, and I thought he would be pretty darn fast, but I think that we're going to see more of him from the running back position. I think other guys that showed flashes as well, and again, it's tough for those true freshmen last season because it was so short of a year, especially with Michigan getting a bunch of games canceled and only playing 6 games. Other names to know: Roman Wilson, who's going to be a sophomore; AJ Henning, who's going to be a slot receiver and should have more opportunity with Giles Jackson being gone. They both showed speed, quickness. It's kind of that speed and space, quote unquote, that Josh Gaddis wanted to bring in at Michigan that we haven't seen come into fruition yet necessarily for more than a game or two. Those guys all have an opportunity now. And I think, again, it goes back to, what I mentioned earlier with Cade McNamara in the quarterback spot. Can he just distribute the ball to some of these guys at the very least and, let them make a play? And then it also goes back as well to the offensive scheme. I think that, it was tough to get a rhythm last season with everything that happened and the fact that you had some injuries and you didn't have Nico Collins and things like that. But at the same time, I didn't see enough of putting guys in the right position to succeed. So it's going to be a combination of just about everything, but you can't discount the fact of when you have game breaking type guys, which we don't know yet who that's going to be, a few candidates that we mentioned. When you have those type of guys that can get you those chunk plays, then, that opens everything else up and it makes everything else easier. So it's paramount.